Sometimes success doesn't come after years of work. It comes after the moment you refuse to quit and give it just one more try. Arham had always been different from other children in his small town. While his friends played cricket in the streets, he would sit near the window with a piece of paper, sketching trees, birds, and the sunset. Colors were his language, and brushes were his voice. But when he grew older, reality began to hit. His father wanted him to study engineering. His mother worried about his future, and society kept whispering, "Art is just a hobby. It cannot feed you." Still, Arham's heart refused to let go. He joined competitions, hoping to prove everyone wrong. In his first big art competition, Arham spent weeks creating a painting of a farmer and his son under the burning sun, a tribute to his own father. With trembling hands, he submitted it. On the results day, his name wasn't even mentioned. One of the judges looked at his work and muttered, "Too immature." No depth, those words echoed in Arham's mind for nights. He cried silently, but he still whispered to himself, "It's okay. Next time, I'll do better." But next time was no different. Every attempt ended in rejection. Sometimes his canvas tore in the middle of work, sometimes he couldn't afford proper colors. Once in a gallery, people laughed at his art, saying, "This looks like a child's drawing." Each failure was like a stone added to the weight on his chest. Slowly, hope began to fade. One evening, Arham sat alone in his tiny room. Around him lay dozens of unfinished canvases, silent witnesses of his struggle. He stared at them with red, tired eyes and whispered, "Enough. I'm done. Maybe art was never meant for me." With trembling hands, he began to gather his paintings, ready to throw them away. But just then, the door creaked open. His little sister, Alayana, walked in holding a faded sketch he had made for her years ago. It was a simple drawing of her smiling, but her eyes shone as if it was a treasure. She said softly, "Pai, do you remember this? You drew it for me when I was sad. Everyone at my school loved it. I still keep it because when I look at it, I feel strong. Please don't give up. Try one more time. For me." Her innocent words pierced through the darkness in Arham's heart. That night, Arham couldn't sleep. Her voice echoed in his mind. One more time. One more time. So he picked up his brush once again. But this time, something was different. He didn't care about critics or judges. He didn't paint for fame, money, or approval. He painted from his heart. Every stroke carried his pain, his struggle, his hope. The canvas slowly came alive, a stormy sky breaking into sunlight, symbolizing his journey. When he finished, Arham looked at the painting and felt tears roll down his cheeks. For the first time, he wasn't painting for the world. He was painting for himself. A month later, he decided to submit this painting to the National Art Competition. He told himself, "This will be my last attempt. If I fail again, I will quit forever." Days passed, and the results were announced. Heart-pounding, Arham stood in the crowded hall. The announcer's voice boomed, "First prize goes to Arham Malik." The crowd erupted in applause. Arham stood frozen, unable to believe it. He walked up the stage with tears in his eyes. Holding the trophy, he whispered to himself, "All it took was one more try." The legacy. Years later, Arham became a celebrated artist, his paintings displayed across the world. But he never forgot the lesson of that night. Standing before a young audience one day, he shared his story. "I wasn't the most talented. I wasn't the luckiest. I was simply the one who tried again when I was about to quit. Remember this, your greatest success might be waiting just after your greatest failure." That's the power of one more try. Morale of this story is that life will test you again and again. You may feel like quitting, but the next step you take could be the step that changes everything. Never underestimate the power of one more try.